Subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos. In today's world, the globe we live in is more independent than ever before, especially in the Philippines. With 300 years of Spanish rule and 46 years of American occupation, the Filipino pride has evolved over the last century, and we Filipinos have more freedom in our hands. But before all of that, in 1621 to 1622, a small revolt first planted the seeds on who we are as a nation. This is the Tamblot Uprising. Before we start this video, I have come across during my research two versions of this story, so what I did, I just combined them into one to avoid confusion. So let's get started with the context. Before Spain's arrival, the province of Bohol was controlled by the kingdom of Dapitan, who ruled the land since the 13th century. But due to Portuguese raids, the kingdom abandoned the island in 1563. When Miguel Lopez de Legazpi arrived in 1565, he made friendly alliance with the Datu, or chief of Bohol, si Katuna, to aid him against the Raja of Cebu. And in 1596, two priests from the Society of Jesus have set up settlement in Baclayon and began the process to converting the natives to Christianity. Although many Bicolanos agreed to convert, others were very skeptical and questioned the religion's practice, such as the case of one native priest named Tablon, whom in 1621 confronted a Spanish priest and challenged him who can make rice and wine straight out of a bamboo stalk and test their respective god on who's the most powerful. The Spaniard went first by praying to God in Latin, cut the stalk, putting it into a furrow, but God didn't answer his prayers as no rice and wine in plain sight. Tamblon then prayed to his god Isoyo and removed the stalk from a bamboo grove, and rice and wine emerged, winning the challenge, gaining him supporters, while people from the towns of Baclayon and Lobok were very suspicious of Tamblon, so much so that the Spanish authorities calling his act nothing but trickery or powers given by the devil. Upon hearing about this, Tamblon tried to rally the people in the town of Malabago to rise up against Spain's influence of the island and convince them to turn back on Catholicism and return to their old faith, while also telling them to call out to their gods and ancestors to aid them against the Spanish. Around this time, many of Bohol's Jesuit priests were in Cebu, celebrating the feast of the beatification of Saint Xavier. With no priest present, Tamblot uses this opportunity to conduct seance practices around the island in order to convince the rest of the population to join his cause. And by late 1621, he amassed 2,000 Bicolanos and revolts cropped up around the province. His followers burned 4 villages and churches were vandalized and treated with disrespect. When news broke to the priests about the revolt, they reached out to the alcalde mayor of Cebu, Don Juan de Alcarazo, to stop the rebellion. Alcarazo went to the island and tried to settle the issue through peace talks, but Tamblot rejected. So he dispatched an army consisting of 50 Spanish troops and 1,000 Filipinos to the island on January 1st, 1622. Upon arrival, the Spanish forces first attacked the rebels in Malabago on January 7. Dripped in torrential rain, the rebels charged towards Alcarazo's men but were quickly squashed by Spanish rifles, with Tamblot's forces retreated in the mountains and overrun the town through a series of house burnings, where they burned 1,000 houses to the ground, so much so the entire town was ultimately obliterated off the map. Most of their valuables were taken and given to fellow soldiers. Alcarazo then pursued them to the mountains but ended up getting thrown stones by the revolutionaries, injuring several men including the mayor, forcing them to retreat. 6 months later, they attempt to retake the island, but the rebels beaten them back again. Little did Tamblot know that there's someone lurking within his ranks, as a group of Spanish priests were able to enter his hideout and managed to assassinate Tamblot. Then, without their leader, the insurgency were easily defeated and Spanish power was restored. Following these events, Spain built more churches in the island, which included the Church of Baclayon, regarded today as one of the oldest churches in the country, with its construction completed in 1744, and the Church of Lobok with its own bell tower, while the Jesuit priests expanded their settlement to Lobok, Yagna, Talibon, Inabanga, and Mariboyo. Thank you guys for watching this video. Happy New Year to all of you. It's a new decade, it's 2020. So be sure to like, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and don't forget to follow my social media sites down the link in the description. And don't forget to click these videos that are popping right now on screen. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year and stay safe. Bye.